Okay, let's do episode 2 of Heated Rivalry. Now, I want to make sure this is short because let's be honest, episode 2 is a lot intense. A lot of smexing, a lot of booties, a lot of everything. But in the first part of the episode, there is a lot of texting. So remember in the last episode, they exchanged their numbers. So now both Ilya and Shane are both texting each other, considering they can't see each other not anymore, but they can't see each other for a while. I gotta admit, Ilya was smart to actually exchange numbers. Side note, bear in mind, I'm supposed to be doing head to head the next episode. But here I am, excited to do episode 2 of Heated Rivalry. Honestly, I don't even know where's the rivalry part. I see the heated part, but the rivalry part, I don't know. I see a lot of people spoiling it by reading a book of a different name, I believe. But would I read the book? No, because the show is a lot better than reading the book. Okay, one thing I like about episode 2 is that in episode 2, they put out the season and the year, which means I was right on my money when I said that it has to be a different year and it can't be 2025 when they did, or 2025 in the drama. But let's be honest, the phone gave it away for me to think what year is in the drama. Now, remember when I say they text a lot? Well, I ain't gonna lie, you. Some of the texts are nice, and some of them are something. Because Ilya ain't holding back on his texts, like this one. Want to come while you're in Boston. Now Shane is like, maybe you use Google Translate wrong. No. He said, read it again. And I think the way he said it is supposed to be sexual. Want to come while you're in Boston. Come. Let me tell you something. Ilya makes me question the things I watch. Because why are you texting and you sending him that type of pictures? I'm like, oh, so we explicit out here. I don't even want to show you, but trust me, it's that picture. Let me tell you something. It's the fact that they're going around secretly and no one suspects a thing. No one. The fact that they have their own room by themselves makes you know that these people got money. The teammates have money. Second of all, is the fact that this man goes around the country, not really the country, but the area, to find this man's apartment, I believe. But anyways, they made it through the day. They made it through the entire thing. And no one suspect these enemies are effing. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I was skeptical of this drama. Now I'm hooked. Now I want to see episode 3 because how? How? See, we went straight into it. I love the fact that Ilya is like, you still want? And Shane is like, yes, I want. They're talking about if they still want. So, because it's Shane's first time being with a man. So that I love that Ilya is being gentle with him. Now, besides all that, I don't want to put out too much details or show you too much because there's a lot of ass, a lot of moaning, a lot of sweat, and I'm not exaggerating. It's a lot of lots. There's a lot of lots going on here. You need to watch it because I can't show you these things. Not even on my Patreon. I ain't gonna risk that either. So I'm kind of concerned about myself and this show overall, this recap, because I feel like I'm not giving a recap. I feel like I'm just giving you pieces of pictures and telling you what's happening. Because honestly, there is a lot going on that I can't even show you. A lot. But I do love how Ilya is like, are you okay? It's okay. And, reassuring everything is going to be okay while penetrating. So, yeah, that's something, I might be reading into this too much, even though I haven't read the book. I feel like at this moment, this is where Shane's feelings develop even more for him because they're kissing forehead, kissing lips. It's not like Pit Babe where Pooh's character, what's Pooh's character again? Charlie tries to kiss Babe and Babe is like, no kissing on the lips. We just met each other. No, this is beyond difference. If we want to pleasure each other, we have to kiss the lips, kiss everywhere to feel that sexual feeling. I'm telling you, I feel like also Ilya's feeling is growing, but he doesn't know yet, but it's there. Now, there's too many details in this one, but I'm gonna try not to put too much details in one because in episode one recap, that's like 20 something minutes, which I just want to make it shorter. Anyways, right here, the same place they enter, it's the same place they're exiting. So, um, Shane is talking about how his family is going to be at the match to watch him, and then he's asking if Ilya's family is going to be there. I think Ilya said his brother and father might be there, I guess. But I think I misinterpret the conversation that Ilya had with his father, I believe, or some relatives. Apparently, they were arguing about money problems and stuff like that. But I am watching one that doesn't have subtitles, so I was not sure what's happening. I think Shane doesn't realize this, but I feel like Ilya only in a good mood, and when he's in a good mood, he'll only meet up with Shane to have sex, and that's pretty much it. Any other feelings, bad feelings, anything else, he will not meet up with Shane. But at the same time, he is gentle with Shane, so that's a good thing. But other from that, that's all I noticed. Okay, so this one did not show in the show itself, but someone mentioned on TikTok that Shane was going through Ilya's Instagram and seeing some random photos that he posted, and each one of them is like cryptic messages of Shane, like the places, the things that he's used. All of that was either given by Shane or was with Shane. To be honest, I had a BlackBerry before, and I don't think I've used Instagram on BlackBerry, so I can't tell you if Instagram is compatible on BlackBerry. But, I mean, okay. So we're at the event, of course, and Shane meets his two friends that I guess it's their team or it's just family friends overall. And they sat down and they're talking about the fact that about Ilya and how they hate Ilya, and they know that Shane hates Ilya, which I wish they knew. I think the other guy that's drinking the coffee, I feel like he knows something that's going on, but he doesn't want to say. Also, they started talking about figure skating, and Shane got excited to say that a friend of his, male, is doing figure skating. Then the guy in the hat started saying he's brave, and Shane's like, "What you mean? Because if he skates, people might think he's gay." And I'm like, "Oh, that type of friend. We having that type of friend." I'm like, okay. First of all, straight people can actually figure skate too. It's not. You know what? Moving on. For my subscribers who've read the book or watched the show, am I reading into it too much? Because I feel like this guy knows something is off with Shane. Because every time someone mentioned about Ilya, Shane is mostly quiet. And it's always when he's around, he sees this. But he's not saying anything. Am I paranoid? Am I seeing wrong? So they're watching Shane's friend figure skating, and he's not that bad. Even the friend just said he's not bad. Then Shane looks up, and lo and behold, we saw Ilya. So Shane went up and actually made an excuse that he wants to go to the bathroom so he can go to Ilya. I don't know why nobody noticed it. And the conversation with Ilya and Shane is very awkward. Before Shane got to Ilya got a text from his brother, I believe, and I tried to put it in translation, and it's basically said, "Where the F are you? Father is looking for you," something like that. Next time I'm gonna try to put the translation somewhere beside it so you can actually see what it actually says too. But yeah, I'm gonna try. If there's any text in Russian, I'm gonna try to put it out there. But other from the subtitles, I'm clueless. I don't even know what they're saying. I don't speak Russian. Okay, so Shane's trying to understand what the hell is wrong with Ilya, even trying to ask him if he's okay. It's been a while. They texted. Ilya flipped out. He crashed out, if that's how the young generation say it. And he's like, "Leave me alone. Go back to your seat. I'm okay. I don't need to communicate with you." Like, the vibe was not vibing. And I'm like, Shane, have some dignity. Move off, man. Just go back to where you were. Okay, then we see that Ilya is with, I like to believe that this guy is his father or coach or somebody. I don't know what they were saying. There wasn't any English subtitles provided for me at the time when I was watching it, but it's Russian. They were definitely speaking full on Russian, and I did not know what they were saying. So, if my subscribers have watched it or read it, let me know what they were talking about, please and thank you. Nothing wrong with a little bit of subtitles in my comments. Again, a lot of Russian was spoken here, but I didn't understand. But I don't need translation to read this boy's face. Ilya wants to move away from right now because he's definitely focusing on something that's not here. And you can tell he's under a lot of stress. Then come this girl to save Ilya from the boring conversation. I still don't know what she is to him. All I know is they are smacks with each other. The girl brought Ilya to the bathroom, and this guy was there. He was heavily under drug and a lot of liquor. The girl left, and now this guy walked up to Ilya because he wanted some big D time. Didn't get it, though. My question, though, is this the coach's son or no? Because if it was Shane would have gotten that D. Not gonna say every time because there are certain times that Ilya was not in the mood. So anyway, Shane is with his friends and maybe family watching the MVP match and seeing Ilya team won. Now, everyone is very disappointed and they swear think that Shane hates Ilya, not knowing that Ilya and Shane are secretly hooking up in the bedrooms. They don't need to know that. I mean, if they do find out, I wonder what will happen. What reputation will be torn, how everything will happen. Because I think there's toxicity somewhere in this drama. It's just not showing yet. So it's the award thing again. And Ilya and Shane are the one announcing the winner of some sports thing. I don't think, maybe they are reading the prompter and Ilya uses the opportunity to touch up on Shane, which I don't blame him because I would have done the same thing too. Okay, so another person spoiled it for me on TikTok that Shane, after the award, Shane went to the bathroom panicking, stressing, but purposely left the bathroom door open and also checked if all the stalls are empty for Ilya to come in. And Ilya did come in. See, I'm not mad at the people who are spoiling it because most of the people that are spoiling it on TikTok or on X are people who read the book. But go easy on the spoilation, please. Thank you. Now, over the whole course of time, even throughout the entire night right now, Shane was upset with Ilya because half a year, that's 6 months, for half a year, Ilya never texted Shane once, even though Shane was the one trying to communicate with Ilya. So, Shane was like, what do you want from me? And then Ilya is like, I want you to S my D. And I'm like, oh, what's happening? Then Shane's like, no, you S my D. I was like, what the frick is going on? What am I even listening to? And then Ilya went up to Shane's face and he's like, you will get it if you ask nicely. And I'm like, what the hell? I will go down to this dirty bathroom floor and I will kneel down and I will do it if you ask me nicely. And Shane did ask nicely. Then Ilya said, no, I don't feel like it. I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to wonder if I should put this thing on members only. But nobody's going to watch members only, are they? Stay away, 18 or younger. This ain't for you. Now, I need to know how much these hockey players are making in real life because what you mean, meet me in my penthouse? Do you know how much for a penthouse? I don't know, but I know how much per night a hotel costs. A lot of money. Let me tell you, at this moment, there was a lot of dom and some going on here. Some are going on right here because tell me why as soon as Shane walks into that penthouse, room thingy, whatever, Ilya is like, take off your clothes. And Shane literally took off his clothes, leaving just his underwear. I do like how Shane literally neatly fold his clothes as soon as he takes it off because we have a neat man here. Not so much sure if Ilya is the same. So let's talk about this scene. But first, Shane got a little bit shy because there's a lot of windows. So Ilya took the whole attention to the other room. Now, this part where Ilya is bringing the chair to the other room, it was said that it was all improvised. And I'm like, well, your improvisation is accepted. Okay, now there's still windows, but I guess it's not a lot than the main room, I guess. But anyway, this is where freakiness kicks in because now Ilya is sitting as the audience and he wants Shane to play with himself. Honestly, remember, Shane is doing a lot of things for the first time, and Ilya knows that. But hey, he's enjoying his time. I ain't gonna lie you, it's intense. It's very intense. There was a lot of something going on. There was a lot of something. The intensity, the everything. Again, I ain't showing you what was happening, but a lot of ass, a lot of booty, a lot of, and yeah, that's what happened. Moving on away from this next part. Oh, by the way, the reason Shane is doing exactly what Ilya said to do is because they made a deal. If Ilya's team win, then Shane has to do exactly everything that Ilya tells him to do. After that sweaty session, they kind of talked a little bit, and Shane started asking about if Ilya is excited to go home, and then start talking about if he wants to stay in Russia, because apparently he kind of have a violent idea that Russia is unsafe. Well, everywhere you go is unsafe, to be honest. I don't want to say anything because I don't know nothing about Russia, but let's not talk about that. Ilya said it is home and he must go home, or he wants to go home. Home is home, right? So after their sweaty session, they decided to go separate ways, and it was awkward because Ilya didn't even get up and say, see you next season or see you next time, or made a specific day that they're going to meet again. He's just in the room saying bye. He called Shane by the last name. Bye, Hollander, or however, I don't remember the last name. I know his name is Shane. But then when Shane got into the elevator, because they normally kiss after everything and then they go their separate ways, Shane decided that he should text that to Ilya. But at this point, I feel it for Shane, because at this point we know Shane is definitely in love with Ilya. But how can he say that when to Ilya it's like just a many night stand? Well, episode 2 ended with us seeing that Shane looks very sad, like he's about to cry in the elevator, looking at his phone, wishing to text whatever it is on his mind to Ilya, but he can't. And that's the sad part, because Ilya is in love with Shane. Shane is in love with Ilya. Anyways, episode 3 is Friday, December 5th, and I do hope I can manage to do the recap, because there's a lot of things on my list. But for all my subscribers, if you want me to do a recap, let me know. This is going to be on Patreon as well.